Most times when we dey talk about forgiveness, now usually about whether we go forgive somebody or not. Some of us go say we no dey forgive. Some of us go say we dey forgive but we no dey forget. Some of us go say we dey forgive and we dey forget. But today I wan just talk only about wetin dey happen to us emotionally when we no dey forgive people and how it take dey affect our lives. So for starters, when we don't forgive people, we go stay attached to them. We go stay emotionally tied to that person, but in all the wrong ways, right? We will stay connected to them emotionally in all the wrong ways. So that all these years later, this person go still get some kind of hold over us, over our experience of life today in the present. Because whenever we think of that person, whenever the person name come up, or whenever we remember the events where happen, we go relieve the pain, where we experience in that time. We go return back to that painful experience and we go experience everything all over again. And so 5 years later, 2 years later, after the event, you are continuously reliving this experience. This person has the power now to shape your life as it is today for the worse, even without having to speak to you. You get another thing where they happen to us when we no forgive people. Now say we feel they trapped in this identity of the hurt person. We feel they trapped in this identity of the person that was wronged. Instead of getting to a place where this thing happened to you and you grow beyond them, you do whatever kind of work that you need to do that is necessary, and you grow beyond it and eventually become someone who is larger than what happened. But not forgiving that person, staying tied to it, limits us in this place, you know, where we are constantly the person that was wrong and we replay that over and over and over. It starts to feel like it's a ceiling that we are not getting past, so it has that limiting tendency. And then lastly, another thing where they happen to us emotionally when we don't forgive people is that it can quietly begin to sabotage our future relationships. With the talks, if hurt people, they hurt people, right? So if you are holding on to this pain, right, from your experience with that person, if you begin to affect the other people within your life, because if you give on the outside, wait till get for inside, right? So if wait till you get on the inside, if what you're holding on the inside, now pain, now resentment, and it's all in there, you know, if you begin they show up, if you begin to come out at the wrong times and with the wrong people, you get and eventually sabotaging our relationships, oftentimes in ways where we know even they recognize. You get so at least for your sake and also for the sake of the people where they your life and the people where you go meet in the future, try learn forgiveness. Really like sit down, understand the benefits that it brings to you. It's not about the person at all. It's about you, way, way more about you than it's about that person. So, for your sake and the sake of the people where they your life, learn forgiveness and then about time, learn forgiveness and try to make them part of your life. if you choose not to forget the event itself, but that should be so you can use the lesson from the event to put the necessary boundaries in place to protect yourself from you know similar situations, or an exact replica of that same situation. If you use the memory of the situation to put necessary boundaries in place in relation to that person, but always remember to make sure, say, the changes and the adjustments that you are making, the measures you're putting in place as a result, does not affect the people in your life that had nothing to do with the whole event. My name now is Sas, and I will see you for the next video.